Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out a game called The Pit based on a short story by Edgar Allan Poe. This is by developer Parker Blevins and is a first-person horror game, and we're going to be exploring a little bit of architecture and then I believe descending into a pit, much like the story, to hopefully find the fear that lives there to get out. So, sounds like a pretty good time. We haven't done any horror games in a little while, so I figured it would be a good moment to jump into one of those. And I happened to run into this one on Game Jolt. Just taking a quick look here on the controls. WASD to walk, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch weapons. Shift to run, space to jump, control to crouch. Then we've got right mouse to pick up objects, left mouse to use weapon, and enter to open doors, use switches, etc. Strange placement, though, I must say, if we're using WASD to walk to have enter be for doors and switches. Anyway, we'll figure that out. Let's start a new game and see how it goes. Alright, so we wake up, staring up at the ceiling. I guess we're next to our bed. It's always funny how often it seems that we're staring up at our ceiling, expecting to be in bed, only to find out we're actually standing right next to the bed because it's inconvenient, I guess. But when you already have, like, a crouch and stuff, like, you could have just put me here. I don't know. Could be awkward waking up standing in your bed. So we've got some pretty basic architecture here, sort of low-res-ish textures. But not necessarily that that's a huge problem or anything, just the first thing I noticed as I look around. Looks like, though, that there is at least some detail to things, and is this armoire, like, through the wall? It kind of looks like it might be, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is, actually. Alright, whatever. Let's go out the door here, and then we'll just take our hand off the mouse to go over and hit enter. So we've got a long, narrow hallway with a few light sources. Strangely dark sections of shadow between these light sources. And it looks like we've got a few doors along the way. Let's see. Alright, it does open, which is more than I can say for most horror games. Usually they just route you right down a straight little path directly to your goal, whatever that might be. So we've got some kind of a game room here with an Attack on Mars pinball table. Or attack... what does that say? From Mars. And a Turok arcade cabinet, which is not a thing that I'm necessarily familiar with existing. Also noticing that it doesn't seem to have any kind of controls, so I guess you're going to bring your own light gun or something to this one, because Turok was a light gun game. I don't know. And we've got a Pac-Man one over here. That one's got buttons. Alright, so you at least have a chance. And it looks like the ghosts are kind of stuck in place. They don't want to play. MK Games. And what is this game that's on display here? I'm trying to tell if it looks like something familiar to me. Trying to recognize the weapon. I guess I'm not really sure what that is. Then lastly, wow, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare arcade cabinet with like a moldy cardboard box for the basement. No, I'm sure it's just thematically there. Just very interesting inclusion. I wonder if this is some sort of like an Easter egg room, because a lot of this seems very sort of out of the horror theme. I mean, I understand if you're going for immersion in sort of like a Duke Nukem 3D-esque type of way, where you want to include some things that are a little bit irrelevant to the game. But in this case... oh, what's going on? Am I stuck on the pool table? Oh, okay, I managed to duck. Apparently C. C for crouch. Kind of makes sense, actually. Not such brightly vivid textures on these coin-operated mechanisms, it looks like, but, I don't know, some of the rest of it's a little bit blurry. Anyway, let's, head on down the hallway a little bit further, or, I don't know, maybe we should go in this direction. 'Cause the other way looks like it keeps going further, so I'm kind of curious if there are other paths that we can take that will lead us to things like that. Okay, we found another room. Looks like another pretty bare bones room. This one doesn't have much going on in it at all. There's just this desk here, sort of a railing for some reason, and then just a bed in the corner, and it's extremely dark over here. Can't really see much of anything. Looks like this light source is not quite doing it. Alright, I guess there's not much to see here. Can I shut the doors once I go through them in case I'm being chased by something? Maybe I want to... oh, I can actually. Alright, so that's good to know. If we need to close doors, we can close doors. And last room on this hallway appears to be a bathroom with some, what are these things? The shipping things, whatever, pallets, right. Lost the word there for a second. Anyway, back down the hallway, looks like there's nothing going on in that direction. Worth noting. Got a little bit of a shuffling sound to our walk. I guess we could kind of sprint. I kind of forgot we could do that. And down this staircase, such a strange lighting system going on here. It's like the majority of things are actually pitch black, and then there's just a few spots where things are kind of lit up. Not how I expect lighting to usually be. Definitely does make things a bit moody, though, I have to say. And this wall just is bright lit up for some reason. Alright, let's keep looking. This room is kind of scary, completely pitch black. Let's see if there's anything else before I head in there. Oh, is this a kind of a treasure chest? Do we get loot in this game? No, it doesn't appear so. Hitting enter on it doesn't seem to do anything. What about this door? This door is beyond our manipulation. Perhaps denoted by the fact that the frame around it seems to be cloaked in shadow or something. Alright, so let's keep going. I guess the only way still to go would be in the Room of Shadows with the strangely lit up corner. Okay, so I'm getting kind of a bad feeling about this room. Is there a light switch? Is that what this is? Oh, it just got dark. Okay, I didn't quite make it over there, but I guess we're going to a new place now. Alright, I think that it's about time we got to this point, right? We've reached the pit. Some very creepy ambient music playing in the background. It's just a big black hole in the ground with a red light coming out of somewhere. I guess it's sort of suspended right in the middle of the air, just with a very short proximity or range on it, since it doesn't seem to cast much of any light down into the actual pit. So I'm guessing we're supposed to go down there, because it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of other options to things. Trying to maybe pick up the cup or the plate, because it did say I could, like, pick up and manipulate objects, right? No, evidently I can't do that with this. Let's just test the walls here, see if there's anything worth noting. I'm just gonna back into the walls, just in case I can, like, escape this area by some strange luck. Getting a very, like, Silent Hill vibe by this room, actually. It's probably to do with the very melancholy accompaniment that's coming through and playing in the background. Alright, seems like there's nowhere to go other than in. And I wanted to just see if there was any way that I might be able to maybe find a ledge and not just plummet straight in, but it looks like I can't really do that. So I guess we're just gonna go. Oh. Alright, I guess I fell on a surface, but I'm not really sure how far down I went because I didn't get to look up in time. The heartbeat got louder. Ooh, that actually kind of took me off guard. It was just the flicker of those textures in the distance, but I thought something like ran by that door for a moment. Is this... Can I take a lantern with me? I thought it said right click, didn't it? It was enter to manipulate objects, and left and right click to do something. I think left click was like weapons, but right click was supposed to pick stuff up. Doesn't seem like that works. Alright, I guess this is just to give us just a quick sense of the space that we're in. You know, to all intents and purposes, the scale of this game actually feels pretty good. It's a thing that I don't see happening all that often in horror games. They tend to be extremely claustrophobic. And this one has a nice balance between... Oh, wait. Can I get up there? Okay, it's a weird ladder. It doesn't seem to be leading anywhere anyway, so I guess you really don't need to worry about it. But it's just standing straight up on the ground. Not sure what that's about. But yeah, it's got kind of a nice balance between kind of tight corridors and larger spaces. I must say some of the architecture and the, maybe not the architecture, the furnishings and various other little details might be a little bit large at times, but that's also just to do with sort of the resolution that this whole thing feels to be at, and it seems rather consistent in that respect. We're walking down a very long and very desolate hallway that doesn't seem to have much else going on in it. There's no more light after this, so I guess I just need to, go around the corner. Whenever that happens, I try to at least focus on some sort of a light point. That way, even if it's just for you guys, we have something to look at here. Alright, so another really long hallway. Is this just going to go around in a circle or something? Clearly one of these walls in here, being that they're all pitch black, is going to have to not be actually a wall, right? Because this is like a classic Doom maneuver that I used to employ in my own map, so I'm going to be walking into these walls using my strafing abilities here. See if there's anything going on. The theme of this definitely feels pretty nice, though, I have to say. I mean, despite some of the things that I was voicing earlier, I think the ambience goes a pretty long way. Even if a little bit of it does get somewhat redundant, because I actually jumped a little bit when my phone just buzzed a second ago. And that was just a very low little vibration. Alright, so it seems like we're just going to be walking for quite a while here, unless we are just going in circles and I'm just missing out on what I'm supposed to be doing to progress forward. I mean, what's even causing these lights? There's nothing actually here. I don't know why I'm not sprinting. I guess that's really what I should be doing at this point. And probably also, like, spamming enter just in case one of these walls opens up. Oh, no. Okay, I guess we've got something different going on here. Got an arrow leading us somewhere. Wait, can these... Oh, these boxes actually can move. Are they dynamically lit? They are. Alright, cool. Not actually sure what game engine this is using, because I'm kind of curious about the capabilities and what was employed here. Oh, a little oh, hello. Oh, you're quite creepy, aren't you? A little jelly man with teeth. What's going on with you? You got a little bit of a twitch to you, don't you? God, I want to, like... Can I poke him? I'm trying to poke him. It doesn't seem to do anything. Alright, I've hit enter on him, I've clicked on him, and I'm basically just walking into him at this point. Yeah, he's just not really very responsive. I guess I could push him around. You want to come with me, Jellyman? You want to go on an adventure? I mean, we've got these chains here, so this is like prime spooky territory, but... Oh, can I see his brain through his head? That's kind of interesting. You know, if this was actually running at me, I could imagine it being kind of creepy. Maybe he will run at me. Maybe I just have to walk by the requisite tag on the... Oh, wait a minute. Can I... Yep, there's a tag right there between these two hallways. Every time I walk by this, a little skittering sound happens. Alright, fair enough. I was supposed to be probably running and screaming down the hallway by this point. Oh, no! Oh. False dead end. Wait, was that actually a hallway a second ago, or did that just open when I turned around here? Because I would think when I came around this corner... Oh, you know why? Because of this completely pitch black shadow. I didn't look in that direction. That's actually pretty good use of level design there to cause you to go down a certain way, only to turn around and realize there was another way behind you. Well done. Alright, so we're going to bolt down some more hallways and see if anything else cool is going to happen. Oh. That's quite an interesting sound. Like a blood-curdling gurgle scream. With this corner here. Alright, I'm just watching for in case Jellyman wants to chase me down. I want to be able to know, like, what his plans are about and be able to counteract in my own way. And I think my way would probably be to just, like, walk into him and see what happens. So, did I confront my fear? Was that the fear? Oh, I survived. That's weird. You know, I would think a lot of people might actually be able to walk right by the jelly guy without even noticing that he was there. I mean, I guess when you hear that little squealy sound, maybe you were going to look around and stuff, but... I guess if that spooked me, I probably would have just run straight ahead and not even noticed. Also said voice acting by Maya Henderson. Was there any speaking in this? I mean, maybe the squeaky sounds and the... Yeah, probably the monster noises and such. And music by Baby Spaceman. Sounds by Die Pew Pew. Good music, I'll give it that. Definitely very engrossing oral ambience. I really enjoyed that part of it, and I think that's what put me in the moment the most out of anything. I felt like we were building up to something, maybe, or at least starting to set a sense of suspense, but then it just kept going, and we didn't really get anywhere, and then it just ended, sadly. And, you know, also, like, on the title screen, we've got things that say, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 to switch weapons. There weren't any weapons, and I couldn't pick up objects. I mean, I'm going to assume probably this is just based on ideas that were meant to be implemented into the game and just never got around to being done. But then when I look on the Game Jolt page, it says that it's complete. So unless that's missed information or something like that, or misinformation, then I'm not really sure what's going on. Also, is that supposed to be blood? There's just like little, like a squiggly pattern on the left there. It seems mysterious because I can't quite understand what it is. But then I guess if you kind of like look at it the right way, it looks a little bit like spray paint. Red blood paint or something. Anyway, I don't mean to demean the game. It was an interesting start. I wish it went on a little further. I felt like it was starting to go somewhere. So that's the kind of thing you want to capitalize on. I would think if this was to turn into something a little bit more fully fleshed out, this would probably be like the first fifth of the game. And then we would continue to elaborate on that. And again, some just very strange choices. I mean, having that arcade in the middle... or in the beginning, rather, having those various light source moments where things didn't quite reach. I mean, it's probably developers still learning his or her way around things, and that's fine. No big deal. It's just, it sort of makes me a little sad because it seemed like it could have gone somewhere cool. It's kind of difficult to build a suspenseful experience, and having the music to sort of put me in the right mood for this, I felt like I just wanted to have it just, go somewhere interesting, and it just ended. But I know I did survive, so that's good. And I guess we will make it to another horror game another time. So thank you everybody for watching. And as always, if you want to check out more in the series, feel free to visit the stuff in the description, as well as also check out the game itself if you wanted to download this. It is totally free, so you can check it out, see what you can poke around and do. Maybe jump in and do a little bit of debugging if that's possible. I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to see like some of the behind the scenes of this one, to know if I maybe missed something just because I was sort of charging ahead a little bit too fast. But I also like to dig a little too deeply into things sometimes. But maybe that's, one of the strengths that I might have. Anyway, again, check out the stuff in the description. If you're feeling so inclined, feel free to stop on by indie-impressions.com for way more in the series, over 600 other episodes of games that have covered, all tagged and categorized and sorted for you. And then come back again tomorrow. New episodes are every single day, so I will keep those coming. Please do keep the support coming if you're enjoying what I'm doing. And I will see you back for another one very soon. So I hope you have a lovely night, and take care.